Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, 40th chapter, text 4. As I have already discussed in last episode, 3 verses, which describes our Sambandha Jnana, our relationship with the Lord. From 4 to 15, these 12 verses describe Avidya Jnana, a different process of worship of the Lord and His Virat Rupa. So in this verse, Akrura says, Tvam yogino jajanti adha mahapurusham ishwaram sadhyatmam sadhibhutam cha sadhidaivam cha sadhava. That means, pure yogis worship you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by conceiving of you in the threefold form comprising the living entities, the material elements that constitute the living entities' bodies, and the controlling deities of these elements. So, Sripad Vishwanath Thakur in Saraswati Sintika says, Akrura prayed, furthermore, although no one knows you, still, since you are the bestower of all fruitful results, those who are acquiring these various fruits, even while engaged in worshipping different objects, are in truth or worshipping you. Akrura first mentions the paths of Sankhya and Yoga. Brahma and others, Yogina, worship the Lord Ishwaram as the Paramatma or Mahapurusham, the witness of the Adhyatma, Adhibhutam and Adhidaivam. Sasipa Siddha Swami in Bhagavata Dipika says, Nanu jadi kepi na janandi katham tarhi sansar nivrutir jivana iti asankya. If the Lord will say that if no one knows me, then how can they cross over this material world? To answer this question, this verse is stated. Shiva Sanatana Goswami in Bhagavata, Shiva Jiva Goswami in Common Sandarbha says, just as all statements of cause and cause end in you, all statements of worship end in you. Shiva Sanatana Goswami in Brad Vaishnava Dosani says, the yogis worship you directly, Radha, as the Mahapurusha. Because of this, they are devotees, sadhava. So, now I am going to discuss verse 5. Traya cha vidya kechit tvam vai vaitanika dvijaha jadante vitate Yagye Nana Rupa Marakya. Brahmanas who follow the regulations concerning the three sacred fires worship you by chanting mantras from the three Vedas and performing elaborate fire sacrifice for the various demigods who have many forms and names. It is stated that there are 33 crore devatas, demigods. And the purport of Prabhupada Maharaj says, Akrura has now described how those who follow the paths of Sankhya, Yoga, and the three Vedas worship the Supreme Lord in different ways. In the various places where the Vedas appear to recommend that one worship Indra, Varuna, and other demigods, these demigods are stated to be supreme. But at the same time, the Vedas state that there is one supreme controller, the absolute truth, that is Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who expands his potency through material creation into the forms of the demigods. Thus, worship of the demigods goes to him through the indirect method of karmakanda or religious rituals. Ultimately, however, one who wants to achieve eternal protection should worship the Lord directly in full Krishna consciousness. In Bhagavad Gita, also the Lord says, Jepi Anya Devata Bhakta Jajante Sadhyanuta, Tepi Mahame Bhakonte Jajante Avidhi Purvakam. There are two types of demigods worship. One is Vidhi Purvakam, another is Avidhi Purvakam. Or in the proper way, or in a whimsical way. Anyway, that is stated in Bhagavad Gita. But here, Shiva Vishnu Chakravarti Sarartha Dasantika says, the Sankhya and Yoga have been mentioned, considering them together as one. This verse describes those following the path of fruitive work or karma. Appropriate, the Vaitanikas or karma yogis are indeed worshipping you. Krishna said, but they perform sacrifice to Indra, Varuna, Vayu and other demigods, not to me. So Akrura said, they are actually offering sacrifices to you by the names Akhya of the various demigods appearing as Vajrahasta or Indra and others. The idea behind this is as follows. In the prayers which glorify Indra, Varuna and other demigods, these demigods are shown to have supreme power, but there cannot be many supreme controllers. Therefore, it is you alone who are being worshipped by various names. This is confirmed in Shruti. Siddha Swami in Bhavavarta Deepika says, Tadevam Sankhya Yoga Veki Yoga Veki Krityoktu Trayi Margam Karma Jnana Bhedena Darsayati. And Karma Jnana, these two ways it is being described now. So, Jiva Goswami in Krama Sandarbha says, Traya refers to actions of Karma Kanda. Rig Veda, Samveda, Yajurveda is Triveda. And Shiva Sanatana Goswami in Bhagavatam in Brihad Vaishnava Tosan says, because they are qualified for the three Vedas, the Brahmanas worship you with many types of sacrifices. So, I would like to speak the next verse, that is verse 6. Eke tva khila karmani sanyasyo pasamam gataha jnanino jnana yajnena jajanti jnana vigraham. In pursuit of spiritual knowledge, some persons renounce all material activities and having thus become peaceful, perform the sacrifice of philosophic investigation to worship you, the original form of all knowledge. So, the purport Srila Prabhupada Maharaj says, modern philosophers pursue knowledge without bothering to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus they naturally end up with meager, if not trivial, results. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Sarartha Darshan Tika says, this verse describes the following the path of knowledge, Jnana, Akrura prayed, through Samadhi, Jnana Yogena, Jnana Yajnena, they worship Jajanti. You as the original form of knowledge, Jnana Swarupa, Jnana Vigraham. Jnana Vigraham can also mean the special Vigraham, Visishatu, taste or experience, Grahanam, Ashradanam of Brahman realization. Siddha Swami in Bhagavata Deepika says, Jnana Yajnena Samadhina. Sorry. Jiva Goswami in Krama Sandarbha says, some worship Brahman, the form of knowledge, which is consciousness alone, or they worship Bhagavan, the form of concentrated knowledge, Jnana Vigraham. Two verses have described the path of the Vedas. So, Shiva Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Darshan says, becoming steady in mind, they become absorbed in Samadhi and worship you in the form of pure consciousness. They are renunciates, knowers of Adhyatma, since they worship Atma. So, I'd like to stop here with a request to subscribe and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.